Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Forgive me if I sound off, I am getting over a cold and a chest infection. We are now on crystals and gems of the earth. Geometrical forms exist throughout nature at varying scales, but they are most often microscopic. Crystals are unlike almost anything else in nature, for they have perfect geometrical forms that are visible to the unaided eye. There are 7 geometrical classes of crystal, and each of them have a symbolic and magical meaning. Like the metals, they are related to the planets and may be used in conjunction with them. The simplest crystalline geometry is the cubic system, of which common salt is the most accessible example. It comes under the rulership of Saturn. Next, in complexity, is the quadratic system, sometimes called tetragonal. It is ruled by Jupiter. The orthombic system is ruled by Mars, and the monoclinic by the Sun. Triclinic crystals come under Venus's rule, while the rhombo ones are ruled by Mercury. Usually they call them the rhombohedric. The 7th and final crystalline system, the hexagonal, is ruled by the moon. Quartz is the best known and most used of all crystals. It is available everywhere in jewellery and New Age shops, often mounted in precious metals as a pendant. In Ulster and the Western Isles of Scotland, quartz pebbles are ceremonially placed on graves to protect the dead from demonic attack. The golden yellow crystals from the north of Ireland are valued because they encapsulate the ultimate spiritual essence, the internal light. Certain quartz crystals found in Wales actually contain gold and are valuable in sun magic. Sunstones, known to medieval Scandinavian navigators as solastena, are one of 2 kinds of crystals of Iceland spar and the mineral ulexite. These have the ability to conduct light. In the days before the magnetic compass was invented, these stones were used by sailors. They would use them to locate the exact position of the sun in cloudy or foggy weather. This obviously enabled them to navigate their ships. A solastine lights up when pointed directly towards the sun. Fairy stones are cross-shaped crystals of staurolite, valued for the protective powers. Gemstones are rare, and this rarity and their beauty give them value. In addition to their beauty and value, their magical properties have always been acknowledged. Like the metals, each major type of gemstone is related to a planet, and, in the case of gems, to a sign of the zodiac, where it is known as a birthstone. The diamond is the most sought-after crystal of them all, prized for its unsurpassed hardness and brilliance. The diamond is also the most expensive gemstone. Magically, diamonds ward off evil and promote longevity, hence their use in the crowns and regal of monarchs, of course. In addition to being sort of a display of wealth, used by some, they just display them as a sign of their wealth. The emerald is a magically balanced sort of gem, being worn to bring harmony and tranquility. It is the carrier of the mysteries of the alchemists. The amethyst is a sacred stone, favoured by priests and priestesses as a magical protector, for it contains iron. The promoter of healing during the hours of sleep, it is worn to prevent intoxication by liquor and to ward off transmissible disease. In spiritual terms, the amethyst is also used to open the third eye and for connection to spirits. Sapphires are blue stones that are believed to suppress the emotions. They are also believed to help us become less selfish. Violet pink sapphires promote selfless love. Topaz is believed to protect the wearer against sudden death. The power ascribed to the opal is support for justice and right order, warding off corruption and greed. It is worn as a magical talisman for a fair outcome to a legal case, but it only assists right and cannot win a case for someone in the wrong. The opal is traditionally the magical power source of monarchs and rulers. It connects the wearer with the otherworldly realm and is thought to be so powerful that it should not be worn on the body, but only as a ring. The ruby is said to be a drop of blood from the heart of Mother Earth. Magically, in the days before the invention of firearms, rubies were worn as a prevention of blood loss in battle. They had the same function as the magical bloodstones that were attached to scabbards of the swords of the Armaniac, Anglian, and Saxon warriors. As magical jewellery, rubies are used to prevent nightmares, jealousy, and envy from troubling the wearer. Turquoise is unusual among virtuous stones, for it reinforces the energies of the wearer. If he or she is elated, then turquoise will increase the elation. But the opposite is true. A depressed person wearing turquoise will be even further depressed. So again, there we see that obviously it's important to know what we are wearing so we do not make it worse. Empowerment of minerals. Metals and gems possess their own intrinsic virtues, the inner qualities that act on the world outside them. Stones can also be empowered through ceremonies. Whatever the materials we work with, it's best when we empower them magically to perform functions that are reinforced by their inner virtues. For instance, an empowerment for justice, we would use opal. When this is done, the inner and outer spiritual qualities are in alignment and their power is enhanced. The connection between metals and weekdays that I've also, in my previous episode, taught you about, gives us a mean of reinforcing their virtues. Objects made of various metals should be dedicated to their corresponding days. Thus, for example, we consecrate iron tools on Tuesday, copper talismans on Friday, and gold rings on Sunday. Of course, it's possible to ceremonially empower metals, stones, and gems in other ways, but it's always best to have as many things as possible that are in harmony with our needs and in harmony to the planets that they associate with or the star sign that they associate with, because it just better empowers them. We're able to connect stronger as well. I do hope this information helps. When we come back, we shall look at some plants that's generally used in elemental and natural magic. Thank you for listening. Please hit the like, share if you can, and if you've not yet subscribed, please consider doing so. Many blessings.